Alright, turns out we're gonna have a fourth episode on this truck. It's a 2001 Chevy Silverado that I converted to a short box. We're gonna do a front lowering spring set. We're gonna get that installed, and we also are going to modify the aluminum drive shaft that was in this truck. We're gonna shorten it up. Alright, we got new springs for the front dropped off, a battery, all 4 shocks. We decided there's no sense in messing with the drive shaft unless we can get this thing to run first. It hasn't been running a while. It was drug over here. I couldn't get it to crank, but talking to the owner, he said at one point it did run. But looking at things a little closer here, putting a new battery in, it looks like we got about 16 wires that got ripped out of the red PCM connector in the wheel well while it was towed over here. So I'm gonna see. I gotta do a little googling because I can't tell on about half of them where they went because they're ripped out. But I think we should be able to get this back together and get her fired up. So let's work on that first. Get it back together, get a battery, and see if we can get this thing to fire. Alright, we got 17 wires that are broken and 10 of them have no evidence of where they go. We're looking at 21 through 40 and 61 through 80 on the red PCM connectors, so that's definitely stuff we need to get this thing to run. Let's do some Googling, get a wire diagram, and get these fixed up. Alright, we're getting there. The only thing I'm confused about, there are two green wires that look to be the same color with no tracers. One I think is something with the purge, and one is something with the AC control. So probably not really super important, but we're guessing on those two. But everything else matches up. We get her done. Cool, we got this thing to run, and I was just double checking to make sure I didn't have any fuel leaks underneath, because we messed with all that stuff with a new tank and lines and all that. But you see it's missing a mass airflow, so that's probably not helping it, but looks like we can at least get it to run and should move. So that wasn't too bad. Probably, I don't know, it took me 45 minutes all said and done to do some research, get that all together, and get her going. Alright, let's move back on to where we started with the drive shaft and front springs. gun. We got 100% argon gas in the 211. I hooked it up. I had one of these years ago, and I don't know, I couldn't do it. I mean, I'm sure hours and hours, but I used it about twice, and it was just, aluminum's tough. I can MIG weld with the best, you know, steel, stainless, but, so I just ran 2 little test shots. I set it to 2 and 70, 2 and 65, 2 for current, 65 for speed. That's what the tag says. I mean, we're just trying to stick this together. I know I tried to get it real clean because I know that's part of it, but that's what I got. So I'm going to play around with it and see if I can get a little bit better of a bead going here before I go do this. We'll see what happens. Boogery, but getting there. Yep, I am still not a qualified aluminum spool gun user. I gave up on these things years ago, and I guess I still haven't found the talent yet, but this thing's stuck together. That'll be able to move it. Alright, let's move on. Alright, that's the difference of the old spring and the new spring. Alright, let's get the new ones on. Alright, we finished up the lowering kit install on the front. We got new coils and new shocks. We also put the shocks on the back and got that drive shaft in too. So front looks good. It's all leveled up. First side gave me a little more fits than the other side, but after I kind of got a method down, the passenger side went quick, so wasn't too bad. Alright, let's get this bumper on the back. We got to drill some holes and find some hardware, and that'll finish up what we got to do on this truck today. Alright, let's do it. Alright, I just discovered these bumper brackets must be from an HD truck with a taller frame, so that's not going to work. We'll have to get different brackets to get this bumper fit. But, alright. Alright, that's going to finish up episode 4 on the Chevy Short Box. Fixed some wires on the PCM connector, got the engine running. We shortened the aluminum drive shaft so the truck moves now. We completed the lowering kit with new front springs and new shocks on all 4 corners. And we got half-ton bumper brackets ordered, and those are on their way. Thanks for watching, guys, and hit that subscribe button to keep the new shop videos coming.